Noisy Pixel.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Manga Monthly Book Club, brought to you by noisypixel.net, where we discuss 3 manga each month in very little detail.
in very little detail, about 25 minutes.
But we invite you to the conversation. And I'm your host, Azara Lopez. As always, my friend, my brother, my sometimes lover, Spencer, the legacy.
Hello, everyone. I'm back once again. I
feel
don't say I'm back like I'm not gonna be back. I'm the co-host.
I feel like these episodes of manga need to be more appealing to the ears. So I am toning down my usual extravagant voice and giving your ears a little massage.
Hey guys, I'm back. It's Spencer Legacy talking about manga. That just turned into Snake.
Yeah. We have 3 manga that we're discussing today, and I think somebody, Sobbin Fire, came through with discussing. We knew it was going to be a rocky start, but we're hoping the more we do this, the more people get involved. So
yeah,
we understood. So thank you, Sobbin Fire, for being the first on the dance floor and getting the others warmed up.
Yeah, everyone's on the 2 walls. The boys are on one wall, the girls are on one wall. Sobbin Fire walked right in the middle, started doing the robot.
The worm.
Yeah. The Charlie horse.
The Charlie horse. The 3 titles we'll be talking about today are I Shall Survive Using Potions Volume 1, If Which, Then Which, Volume 1, and Dear NOMAN, Volume 1. I like to start from the beginning with everybody, and I don't like to do like super new ones because they're cheaper. They're cheaper when they're older.
They got sales.
Especially if you do the comicsology route, which
this podcast brought to you by Comicsology.
Oh, I wish Bezos send us to the moon.
Give us that manga money, monthly money.
Yes. So without further ado, because I could talk all day with you, Spencer. We know
it's
this.
Delightful. Yeah.
Yes. This podcast is only exclusive to the YouTube, and it's posted once a month in the middle of the month. We're a little late this month. It's not our fault. Yeah.
Dario moved.
I moved. You're asking me to read. There's a ton of other manga that I have to read. It's a lot of work. A lot of work.
But
thank you
for you.
Yeah. Thank you for bearing with us. I will get the next episode of Manga Monthly out to you though in the beginning of the month. But let's go on to the titles. We are talking about I Shall Survive Using Potions, Volume 1, written by Funa. The adaptation is by Hibiki Kokonoe. It's translated by they go deep here on J Novel Club. Garrison Denham translated it, and the art is by Tsukima.
Nice.
I didn't know what this manga was when I added it to the book club, but it's an isekai.
You might remember from our previous episode of the I've Killed a Bunch of Slimes manga. It's quite similar to that if you enjoyed that.
Yeah, although the slime, I'm always interested to see how they set up isekais nowadays without because you got to be different, right? Like they're like, oh well, now they can talk to God, or now they have rules, now they can control stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas some of them are just like, oh, I woke up and now I'm overpowered or something. This one, the synopsis is one day the supervisor in charge of watching over Earth was taking care of a distortion when they made a mistake and caused Kaoru. Kaoru?
Yeah.
Kaoru. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Nagase. Nagase. Nagase?
Nagase?
Nagase. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Nagase.
I'm good.
You're good.
To lose her physical body. Well, anyway, she dies. So this character, Nagase, she was like a working class. I think that's the idea, is that she did everything and she worked super hard, and she dies by accident. In a funny way. I don't know if you caught it, because it's such like a throwaway line, but when they show her brother talking about her death, he's like, I don't know why she exploded or something like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, you think they would all be traumatized?
Yeah. I thought that one line was pretty funny. I was like, because I was just thinking that she passed out, but the thought of her exploding, it's pretty good. There was a lot of rules to this guy when she dies. So she's talking to God, and basically God just lets her make whatever she wants happen for her, gives her free reign for this next universe that she goes into. But also an interesting aspect is she's allowed to talk to her friends and family before she leaves.
Yeah, those were nice. Those were some touching moments where it was like through dreams to them. She'd be like, oh, thanks for being my friend. Or like, oh, sorry, I'm not able to do this. Like, it was nice, especially following you exploded. like a little bit of a shock in a fun way. But I thought that those were nice moments that I was wondering before them. I was like, it would kind of suck to be like, oh, I'm going to go to a new universe, bye, and like not be able to tell anyone, like give anyone any peace. So I thought that was nice.
Yeah, it's something that I actually ask myself in other isekais where they just die and then they just come back an assassin or something silly. Yeah. But typically what they do is they make their previous life like super bad, to where like they were just a bad person or something, or they were just super boring, so they had no friends, just a way to remove them from any loved ones, I think. But this one, like I say, is kind of a nice person. Yeah.
Seems like a normal, like conscious, nice person. So it was interesting, especially when she's like bartering with the gods, the two different gods, as to like her powers, and she's establishing like reasons for everything. She's like, okay, but I need containers. Have you invented aluminum yet? Have you invented glass yet? If you haven't invented those, then I need to be able to make them however I want, but I need to be able to make whatever potion I want. So it was like, I liked how well set up it was, because I'm one of those people who, like, it doesn't bother me, but in my mind, I'm like, I wonder if they'll address, like, does this universe have like potions or bottles? So seeing the character list out for pages like all the rules.
It was like a whole chapter of her diving into this.
A lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah, just one more question.
Yeah.
So her request is that she can create any potion that she wants. It's not even a potion, any liquid, because she can like create a Gatorade or something like that. But she establishes that magic is real, but she realizes that she doesn't go into detail in this new universe about that magic, because magic can be considered like a card trick.
Yeah. Like making a little tiny like candle fire.
Yeah. So evidently magic is real in this world, but not in the magic that she believes. Yeah. So that was a fun realization. Also, she has an item box that she can store anything in. I don't know, the rules are pretty laid out. A lot of it is narrated in her thoughts. I found that interesting. She wants to be a loner, and she has all this power, but she doesn't. She also can't make any money, and
she doesn't know how much. Even that, she was like, "How much do I charge? Is this too much?"
Yeah,
they don't have power like this, so maybe it's not too much. And I was like, I love that they thought of everything.
Yeah, and they kind of they it's digestible in a
Mhm.
sense, like I just thought the progression of the story was pretty well paced. They didn't
Yeah,
introduce like a main antagonist or anything. You have like this bureaucratic governor guy, but necessarily uh I think the setup is that she's going to become her own enemy in this aspect to where
okay.
her powers are going to hurt her relationship with the actual god of this world.
Mhm.
And just like her like helping out the people and stuff and them believing that she is
Yeah, I
a
wondered if
god.
that would kind of come back to bite her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. Slippery slope indeed. How did you feel about the art?
I like the art. It was I think it complemented the tone very well.
Mhm.
It was, like not like overly cutesy, but
It was
it
pretty cute.
it was cute, yeah. It
Yeah.
wasn't like distractingly, but
Yeah.
it fit the characters and the story. So I liked it. I think it fit very well.
She changes her outfit a lot too, I
She
noticed.
does. Yeah.
So I was,
Changes
I
her
was pretty
hair, her
surprised.
outfits.
Was pretty surprised about that. And just her approach to I just what confuses me is why how I guess the only explanation of why she's so smart is that she was a hard worker in the past life, but she
Mhm.
is really smart.
She
Like
is, yeah.
like her thought process on stealing all the governor's
Yeah.
stuff. It's pretty, and then like why she walked up and said that she was a maid and decided to, I don't know, the way she breaks things down is I maybe that was just the writing in general that was really good. It's just
Very
really good writing.
conscientious, and it's fun to read about a character who has like
Uh,
a Sherlock Holmesian level of thinking everything
yeah.
had 10 steps just in case. It was very unexpected, but I liked it.
Um, I'm going to read Sabin Fire's comment on this.
Yeah.
When I saw the setup for this as a 20 something office worker suddenly dying and turning up in a different world with her choice of magical powers, I definitely thought of last month's I've been killing slimes for 300 years.
Yeah.
At least it goes in a different direction. Main character Kaoru, yes, I said it right,
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
pretty manipulative and loves messing with people, which I like since most people have it coming. Hilarious how she completely cleans out the Baron's room and stuffs it all in her item bag. I really liked volume 2 of the series and might read more. Um, I agree.
Yeah.
She always seems to be one step ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
Even when something happens, just her general reaction to someone waking her up as she's sleeping in
Yeah, she's like, go the hell away.
just like fun stuff like that. It's a very interesting manga that I thought I was gonna not like.
Yeah.
Um,
I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought.
um, but yeah, so in the comments below in this video, let us know what you think about this series and if we're on the right track of where it's going, because I'll probably stick with it as well.
Mhm.
The next title that we're going to talk about is Dear NOMAN Volume 1. It's written by Neji with art by Neji. This is about a girl named Mashiro who is able to see ghosts, and there's like little creatures around the world that she's able to see. And I guess finally she figures out that some of these creatures are just not very nice. And then she is saved by a no man named Bazu, and they become partners, and they get to fight these spirited away creatures.
Yeah.
I did not know that this was a ghost seeing manga. I'm really trying to break it up, and it is exactly like Miruku-chan. It's like
it is. We read like two similar books. That's so weird.
But aside from, let me just say, Spencer, the art of Dear No Man is so fucking good.
Yeah,
Just
it's really good.
they don't it's a combination of like character curves and the way that their body moves and also they do good backgrounds and environments are there too. It's very well presented. Each panel, man. And Bazu is super hot.
I was gonna say I'm shocked that Neji does both the art and the writing then, because I mean that's more typical for manga, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's really impressive when you see like this amazing art, plus it's written that way. I don't know if it's a weekly schedule for Dear Noman, or a monthly schedule, but either way, it's very impressive.
Yeah. The story starts off super weak.
Yeah.
I thought that the opening was really bad. Honestly, I didn't even like Mashiro's character. Just that almost it sets her up like she's almost too perfect.
Yeah, she's nice to everyone. Everyone likes her. She's kind, she's generous, she's like a saint. It's very she doesn't have any like who the hell's waking me up moments.
Yeah, I think they could have continued with that dynamic of them butting heads because she's so nice, and then Bazu is kind of irate and just difficult to work with, and she just doesn't like humans for reasons of her previous life and before she died. Spoilers: she's a crow, and that's she turned into a human and became like an spirit X or something like that, and our NOMAN X, or the NOMANs are the spiritual creatures. But I think I liked the direction that they instead went, where Mashiro kind of figures out that, hey, maybe there is something a little off with me. Maybe there are things that I can work on, even though I felt like I had a good outlook on life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, towards the end, where the ghost girl villain is like, oh, you kind of force your selfishness on others by being the perfect one all the time. I was like, okay, maybe they'll take that in an interesting direction later.
Yeah, I liked that it just made her a little more complex. She was super easy to read before. And like, even with the cat situation, I was like, oh, okay, she's going to find a way to not kill these spirits. And that's what we're going to do from now on. And she's going to use her powers of being a good kid. But necessarily, she didn't use that in the second encounter. She kind of needed
walked into it.
Yeah, and she needed Bazu's help. In the first situation, she did it. She was fine. But in this part, they did need to work together in some ways.
I like that they showed that she's not always going to get by just being the friendly one.
Yeah. So that with the art. Probably out of this month's my favorite.
Yeah, I think it was probably the most interesting.
Some like slight Yuri elements in it.
Yeah, they're like, you heal faster if we kiss. I was like, oh, okay.
Why not?
I see.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
switch up to Neji.
I see how you got us to buy into this. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good one. I'm into it. There is a volume 2, so I'll probably continue reading. Let's see what's Fire.
Yeah, what'd they say?
Again, as soon as I read, I can see ghosts. I instantly thought about the former Rikuchan. Yep. Dear NOMAN is more ghost than monster. Actually, I had a hard time following this manga for some reason. So the ghosts are just spirits who haven't left real world for whatever reason. I don't know. I think I've had my fill on this type of story. Unless you say it picks up in future volumes. I don't know if it does. I liked it. I liked it for the character growth, not necessarily the ghost battles. On that note, Midaka-chan is much better in its keeping me at the edge of what's going to happen, because that one at least has like 4 different stories going on at the same time, to where you have a few different spirits, and then it all kind of comes together towards the end of the volume. But this one is all character. So there's different tones there.
I think Miyako-chan's getting an anime too.
It is.
So if you enjoyed it from here, check it out.
I wouldn't mind Dear NOMAN getting an anime as well.
I think that would be pretty neat.
It has that style. The last one I'll let you present.
Okay, the last one, If Which, Then Which by Atto Sakurai, is about a young... I don't know her name. I can't remember her name. I read it too fast. If Which, Then Which.
There is Kuze and Maruna.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Haruka
and Maruna. Okay. Okay.
It's funny because if you notice in manga and in anime, the characters will say their names so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Just so that you remember them. And they overly do it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I still don't fucking remember their names.
I mean, we did read 3 manga. So
yeah.
It's a lot of characters to juggle. Yeah. Plus, like any leisurely manga you're reading for reviews or anything, it's a lot of characters to remember.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right.
But the basic summary is that Maruna is a witch, but she has bad circulation, which is linked to her magic, so she can't do it super well. But Kuze, who calls himself Haruka when he later on, is able to stimulate her blood by hugging her and embarrassing her, because she seems to have a crush on him after she gave him blood when he was in an accident as a kid. So he's looking for a way to repay her for that. So he decides to help her get into a magic academy by dressing as a girl and pretending that they're both 2 halves of a witch, because he's able to stimulate her magic. So it's kind of about their misadventures as they go to school. And I don't think I missed anything. I think that's the basic summary.
Yeah. This is Maruna is like that tsundere.
Yeah, 100% a complete tsundere.
Sometimes I know I typically don't like this stuff, but sometimes I really like her for some reason. But then she just loses all my interest.
Because she's like, don't forget I hate you, and I'm like, no one's falling for that,
dude.
Like with most tsunderes, like, okay, you could, like, they're pretty cold, but she's like this like 5 foot tall pink haired anime girl who's like blushing and saying, don't forget I hate you. And it's like, come on now.
I do like the way that they get by on like proving that she is a capable witch. I do like those situations.
It's fun to see them come up with like scenarios where they have to work together like that. But otherwise, I would say this was the weakest one, because it felt very, I don't know, like outside of those scenarios, it was very predictable.
Very predictable. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah. And it was a bit like too cutesy, I think.
Yeah, the if you read the following volumes too, it doesn't change. The only thing that does change is there's bigger events that happen in the school to try and expand on these characters a little more. But I think that's the main problem, is that all of the other classmates are more interesting than the main characters.
Girl and the Malfoy girl.
Yeah, they're all more interesting than the main characters, and you just want to like hang out with them, and you don't. You know? I don't necessarily like that part.
When they introduced the Electric Girl, I was like, oh, she should be the main character. She's fun.
So the idea is that they don't know that Kuze's a guy, right? And I just I can't believe that, kind of, because they're
Although
all
that did lead to a couple fun moments, like when he was like, "You need to levitate me slightly when they weigh me, so that
yeah,
I am just slightly not the weight that I am."
yeah.
Like a couple fun moments like that, but for the most part, it feels fairly unbelievable because like he's like drawn as an entirely different person when he wears the wig.
Yeah, he's just wearing a wig, and he just it's fine. I don't know it. It's fine. Yeah. It's just not that good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fine.
It's completely average. It's like it's not bad, but I'm not super interested in it.
A 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Sabin Fire says, interesting premise, even if it's just an excuse to make a guy cross-dress. I can't imagine he'll be able to keep up with his secret for long. I never knew that witches were able to ride broomsticks because they resonated with the moon's gravitational pull. So you learn something new every day. This one was all right. Not sure if I'll read more or not. Yeah, they did have some pretty cool concepts like that, and I think that continues in the later volumes as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's
fine.
It's if it's witch then witch, you know.
If witch then witch.
But Spencer.
Yes.
That brings us to the end of this episode. And our time here has come to an end of talking about weeb ass shit for a bunch of
5 days from now when we record a qualified game chat.
Unqualified game chat again. Well, let us know in the comments below what you think about this book club, and if you'll be joining us next month. We'd love to have you. We'll introduce all new titles, 3 new ones at the end of the month.
Titles you like.
Yeah, let us know, because I'll keep choosing sexy ones, by the way. I might throw some BL in there. Maybe we'll get a little sexy. Handsome boys can't go wrong. But yeah, let me know what you guys want, what kind of genres I should be choosing from, because typically what's recommended to me are a lot of isekais.
Yeah. If you can't tell from us having 2 books that Sabin Fire thought were the same at first.
Yeah. But thank you so much for listening and watching, and have a great week.
Take care, everyone.